we're not quite there yet. You can see Sandra is running the show here on this station, apparently trying to fix something. It seems like probably they're not seeing valid images, whereas these judges are clearly seeing valid images. I would say clearly based on how you can see this monitor in the back. It says switched. So she set these judges back up. There's another problem. This is where Sandra will go back to the EMS client. I appear to have lost my zoom here. So I'm not quite sure how that, there we go. So this syncs exactly with the user logs as well. First, what Sandra does is submit some batches. So when DA Rubenstein was showing you after batches have gone through review and, gone through in progress and they're in review, they cannot get from review to submitted without an administrator action. That's the action that Sandra's taking right now. You just see blue highlight on this screen, the user logs. This is a very distinct, clear user log where you select these batches. You have to drag them down into submitted, and that creates a distinct log. That's a normal process. That's what she's doing now. This next highlight you'll see on the screen is on the opposite side of the screen, and that's where she's selecting the in-progress batches. See a large highlight here. This is key. So when you're selecting in-progress batches and you right-click on them, you're presented with only one option in the user interface, and that's the Reset in-progress batches option. It's the only thing built in. So when she highlights these batches and gets a pop-up, it's the only thing that could be occurring. So it appears she's doing the right thing at this point. She's trying to refresh these in-progress batches. So apparently waiting to see if this will remedy it, and then the video will speak for itself on whether or not it was fixed. So you can see the entire operation, adjudication operation, has stopped. I let it play fast, trying to be respectful of everyone's time here. This is down for about 17 minutes. What I fast forwarded through, but I can go back in detail on, was her stopping the adjudication session and starting a new session. You can't be adjudicating while you do that. So she had everybody leave. She told the tabulator to stop tabulating so that right now the system is loading in that new session.
So it was apparent from watching the video that the problem persists. Dominion support advised that had they been contacted, they likely would have coached her through that middle option, which is called reject and delete, to have those things come through. The report claims that Ms. Brown was sure that she contacted Dominion support on October 21st at 4 p.m. Despite that claim, we have confirmed from the video, which shows that she did not get on the phone, and confirmed from the phone logs that there was no contact with Dominion support that afternoon. In fact, there was, I believe, no contact with Dominion support for the remainder of this election. But it's clear that the problem persisted afterwards, and it's clear that she went over, and at the time that she is over at doing that, it confirms that that is where the stop adjudication was clicked, and you can see, if you scroll in on the screen, the refreshing and the sort of rebooting of that system.
So I just note here, I'm happy to go back to the screen in detail. while these computers are down, she retrieves another computer from the storage closet back here and swaps out this adjudication client. Dominion support has seen this video. It's not unheard of to change a computer in the middle of an election. It is atypical. It's not something that's normally done. It is strongly advised against to ever stop and start adjudication in the middle of an election. There could be a valid reason to do that. If you set the election up improperly, and when you're setting those filters, that tells the computer, hey, look for an overvote, look for an undervote, look for a blank contest. If you tell the computer to look for a blank contest, you're going to get a lot of ballots back because a lot of people simply don't vote on many contests. If you set that setting up on the first session to kick out a blank contest for adjudication, you're going to get a lot of work. The only way to change that is to stop adjudication, start a new session, and reset all those filters and pull back in all of your scanned batches. So there's a valid reason, there's a reason why the program lets you do it, but unless you're trying to reset filters, it's reserved, you stop adjudication at the end of the election.
So in summary on this election, the video evidence, firsthand investigation using a test election environment that investigators truly went and sort of recreated exactly what he believed he was watching her do to see if it would produce the log that the log shows, and it did. And it confirms through that video evidence, the firsthand test environment, the user logs that Sandra Brown stopped the adjudication session and started a new one.